is what you get today. Okay, so the gross debt service ratio. So remember, when it's GDSR on your study sheet, you should have, if it's, oh wait, maybe have something like this. This is the 32% mark. This is bad. This is good. Right? Being underneath it is good, right? If it's higher than 32, that's bad. If it's less, you should definitely have that on your study sheet if I were you. Okay. So they calculate it as a percentage. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. Maybe I'll do this a little different now. I will look for all the annual amounts. So the property tax, I'm just gonna take 4,300 divided by 12 right away. Okay, so 4,300, because remember, for the GDSR, we need everything in monthly amounts. Okay, so this is what it is per month. And then we have another one, right? The yearly income of 85,000. So we go 85,000 divided by 12. That's 7,083.33 per month. Okay, so you've got that. I would give you a mark for having done the division at some point. I mean, if you get the right answer, you're going to get 3 out of 3. Okay, I'm not actually going to need you to show that. So GDSR. Let's see here. We've got our mortgage, our payment, which is 1980, and then it's 167 for heating, and my property taxes amount to 358.33. Okay, so these are called housing. This is the housing cost, right? We're going to compare that to the monthly income, and we want this to be less than 32%, ideally. Because it says percentage, you want to multiply this by 100 at one point, but I'm just going to leave it like that for now. So 1980 plus 167 plus 358.33, that's 2505.33 divided by 783.33. That will be multiplied by 100. So I go 783.33. You get 0.35. If you want to round it, if it didn't say percentage, this is acceptable right here. This would be rounded to 2 decimals. But because it says percentage, I kind of just indicate that this is on my calculator. I'm going to multiply that by 100, right? You go ahead and do that, and that's when you state this to 2 decimals. So if you want 100%, then that is your answer. Okay. So if you didn't have the 3.7, then just take off half a mark. You get 2.5 out of 3. Okay. Will the bank approve him for the mortgage? And the answer is no, since his GDSR is above 32%. If you don't have the 32% reference, you do not get the marks here. Okay. However, let's say you've made a mistake. You got something that is less than 32%. And you say, yes, will be approved because the GDSR is below 32. You do get the mark here. You do get the mark here, but you would probably lose 1 or 2 marks up here, depending on what your mistake was. So if you forgot to divide by 12, I would take off a mark basically because you're missing the concept. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Did you get this answer? Then you usually get 3 out of 3. Yeah. I would encourage you to show the work because sometimes the province does say they have, like the student has to show this step. So just show some work and then skip. If someone's GDSR is too high, what can be done in order to lower the GDSR? So you could say one option would be increase the income by getting a second job or co-sign or getting someone to co-sign. That would be one option, right? The other option would be to lower the payment, lower mortgage payment. How would you do that? You have two options. Negotiate lower interest rate, or what else can you do? Extend your amortization or your term. Today it's okay, because I know what you're saying. Extend amortization. Yeah, so you want to focus on either finding ways to increase the income or lower your mortgage payment. Yeah. Can you wait till we're done? Okay. Okay, so one mark there. Next. Josephine's gross annual income is this much, 120,000. What's the maximum monthly amount she should be spending on housing costs? This is up to you how you do this. You can go 120,000 times, remember, it should only be 32%. That's 38,400. This is per year. Okay, so this is per year, but you want the monthly. So I would give you a mark if you find 32%. If you're showing that you're finding 32%, you get a mark. Then it's 38,400 divided by 12. That's 3,200 per month. That gets you another mark. So if you have this, of course, you get 2 out of 2. Okay. Hey, Trig, where have you been all this time? So 2.4, 3.5, 5 point. Sorry, not proud of that one. But there you go, 2.4 at 3.5 like that. The largest angle will be across the longest side, right? This is the longest side. So the largest angle is right here, this one. So we can call that A. And what law is this? Cosine, right? So we go cosine of angle A, or whatever you called it. You go line, you will add 2 sides and subtract a third. And this last one is the most important one. You go and plug that in there, okay? And then you take your other 2 sides, make sure you square them. And then in the denominator, you go 2 times 2.4 times 3.5, okay? I will give you a mark for having that set up already. And now we need to clean it up, right? So we're going to do the top, 2.4 squared, 3.5 squared, minus 5.1 squared. You get -8. And then it's 2 times 2.4 times 3.5. That's 16.8. Watch the negative, right? It's important. So you go -8. Oops. -8 divided by 16.8. That's -0.476 and something. What do we have to do at this point? You gotta take the inverse, okay? What am I supposed to do here? Oh yeah, inverse. Inverse codes. Like, you're not done yet, Mr. Jason. Like, what's going on? Wake up. I have 6 more hours to go today, so parent-teacher interviews. We're here till 8:30. Got it? So another mark for the final correct answer. Yeah. You're challenging my answer. Anybody else get it different? We're getting this? Some nods? I don't get nods. I don't. Is this good here? Okay. -8 divided by 16.8. Shift. Did you forget the negative? Because if you don't do negative, it's actually going to be an acute angle. It's going to be this. Watch. Did you get 6156? Yeah, that's without the negative. So cosine, here, this is nerdy talk here. Imagine a line, right? If you include the negative, cosine is going to give you this angle. If you omit that negative, it's going to give you the supplement, this one. So this is when cosine is when it's positive. This is when it's negative. It's going to give you the obtuse. So there's technically always two angles at play. Without going into more detail, what is one advantage of leasing rather than financing? Lower monthly payments. You can say cheaper to insure. No, can't say that because it's a new car regardless. You can say you always drive a new car. You will in general have a lower maintenance cost. Okay, lower maintenance costs, because if you keep on leasing, if leasing is your thing, you're always going to drive a new car, which means you're not going to incur as many maintenance charges. Yeah. I'll give you half because it could be, right? If it said 0 down, then maybe. And if it said you had to put a $5,000 down for your car, but 0 down here, we'll go half today on that one. Yeah. What's that? Hassle-free returns? For the most part, yes. Right? A car, once you buy it and finance it, you can't just return it, right? It's yours. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Anybody else? Okay. So what are we at? 10, right? So add it up. Did you correct it?